Hello and welcome back to Alma, Missouri. We've advanced into December, and first thing we'd like to do is take a look here at the shop, see if anything new has come up in the sale. Obviously things have. All right, we have some interesting things here. This is a front loader. We've got a John Deere 6R. This would be a nice tractor. Much newer than what we've got. We've also got a versatile tractor telehandler. So yeah, I mean, this guy is more modern, but also kind of comparable. 234 max horsepower. Let's take a look at what we've got. This one we're 225, so pretty comparable to the white. We may be buying a new tractor sooner rather than later. It all depends on what comes up in terms of contracts. So right now, not much at all. We've got a single plowing contract, and this is just right close here to our yard. So yeah, this would be one we definitely could get the white started on using an AI driver. If nothing else comes up in terms of contracts, I could do it as well. I think I'm going to be giving the dead wood and wood transport contracts a break. I'm really sick of doing those. So, fortunately, even though in December months, there won't be as many contracts, we do have some other things that we can do around the yard. And if we aren't completely filling up the day with contracts, we can always just advance to future months until the work picks up. So hopefully we'll get more than just this. I was hoping to see, multiple plowing and cultivating contracts, because I think that's the bulk of the work here in the early part of winter. But we'll just have to see what comes up. One other thing that did change, I was going to say off camera, but it wasn't really off camera because I did record it for a different episode. I did do a little bit of work on the AutoDrive network. So if we go over here to the map, actually I need to hop into a tractor first. And if we go ahead and turn on AutoDrive and actually turn on the button here to view the network, and then we go into the map. Yeah, here, great job. So it's a little hard to see because these lines are so fine, but if I zoom in here, it might help. So basically what I did was I re-recorded some of the network, the AutoDrive network, and I did put sort of a loop here around our yard. This is sort of that shortcut here that we have next to the trees. And then this is around the outside part. So this is basically a big loop that goes around the yard. And from here, we can take these blue paths, and the blue paths are just basically bi-directional paths, so you can travel on it either direction. But you can go north and get on this gravel road here. You can go out to the west and get on the gravel road that goes out towards the shop. And obviously, I re-recorded the path that goes to the south, and I re-recorded that, so it's a two-way path. So you can come down here, but tractors can use AutoDrive to go either north or south on this gravel road. So there is going to be another episode posted. It may already be posted. If so, I'll put the card up. But what it will be how I went through and did this. It's going to be separate from this main series, just because it's going to be sort of more of a standalone, how-to type episode as opposed to part of this series directly. But I did want to let you guys know that work has happened. It's in place. We'll continue to build the AutoDrive network as we go. Adding fields and other destinations as we need them. But right now, this is just a little bit of a starting point for the AutoDrive. Okay, So with that out of the way, one other piece of housekeeping is I did edit a couple of the mods. So you check the description for the up-to-date mod list. I dropped a couple that I thought I was going to use and haven't used yet. And then I added one to turn off the steering assist lines a few seconds after you set it. I'm just finding the lines to be annoying. I try not to use them all the time, but sometimes I don't have any choice. So they'll be there, but they'll disappear hopefully after a few seconds. I have not tested that out. We may find out it doesn't work at all or causes other problems. But for now, we're going to at least give it a test later today. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll pick up this plowing contract. And I'm hopeful that we'll get something else here soon. So I'm not going to do this one myself. I am going to go ahead and get the AI worker working on it. So I'm going to manually follow around this path just so you guys can sort of see. It's a little annoying, and I won't leave this on after we do this, but I'm just going to kind of show you guys around the path. So it cuts here through the trees, and then up here, and then once you get up here, then it cuts across. See the train coming, cuts across, and then yeah, you can either go this way towards the shop or the other way towards the towards that farm that's in the northeast corner of the map. All right, and so this, we're definitely going to turn this off. So disable that so we don't have those lines. And in fact, I'll get rid of the hole. All right, so this is the field they want us to plow. A little odd that we're plowing something that's got withered corn in it, but that's fine. Let's go ahead, and I'm debating. This should be a pretty simple one for the out of the box AI to use. But I'm going to go ahead and do what I did last time and set it up with Courseplay, just because I think it gives us a little bit more flexibility. So I'm going to go ahead, and it's got everything set already. So we just need to go ahead and set up the course. Now, because I pulled onto the field, it automatically identified what field I wanted to do, and it used the target position as our current location. So we can jump right into fieldwork settings. All of this is still set up from last time. So we got the 6 headlands, which I think worked well. And it's got the working width and everything. I don't think we need to change any of these settings. They worked fine on that big irregular field. They should work fine here. So let's go ahead and generate the course. All right. And yeah, unfortunately the start is over here, so he'll have to drive up there and do that, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and start the job. And we'll make sure he gets started okay, and then we'll figure out what we want to do while he works on this. All right, great. So I trust that he will do an excellent job on this. We'll check in with him every once in a while. I'm going to take another look here at what was in the store on sale. So buying another tractor is definitely something that I'm interested in. Even though we just bought the white, a month or two ago. Basically, especially with the larger contracts, we're going to want to be putting multiple implements and tractors on in order to finish them quickly. So if we do get like a big cultivating contract, or more plowing contracts, we might be buying additional tractors. Now this one is a really good tractor, but I don't know if it's worth the extra money, because it's not like it's going to be a super large one. If we take the engine and max it out, that's up to 144. I mean, we could get 2 challengers or whites for that. So early on here, it's more a matter of how much hardware can we throw on the field versus what's a better tractor. After we get more stability and more sources of income, then yeah, we can choose to be a little bit more choosy. This one is definitely out of our price range. Yeah, and I don't know. So this doesn't have the 3-point. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what all we can haul with this and what we can't. So yeah, we'll probably steer clear of this, even if it were in our price range, which is not. So that's in terms of tractors. We may be getting into some mowing. I think last time I checked, there were some of these fields. Let me switch here to see. So yeah, so we've got these alfalfa fields out here, and there are multiple of them. And it looks like at least these 3 are ready to harvest. So I think you can harvest those year round. Yeah, you can harvest the alfalfa any time of year. So it might be worth it for us to maybe pick up one of these fields and get a mower, and then kind of get involved in what's essentially grass work, but here with alfalfa. I'm assuming that you mow it and you can ted it and make silage from it. I'm not confirming that, but since there are no grass fields on the map, I think that that's the intention. So that might be something we investigate now that we have some money. So this one's only 33,000. How about this field? 35, 128. So yeah, we barely have enough money. We won't though. Once we pay the worker that's in the field, at least until we complete a contract or 2. This one's just out of price range, but not by much. This one down here in the corner, I think this one's already been harvested, so I don't think this is an option. Yeah, we might be buying some land if we can scrape together enough cash, and then try to do some mowing, which I want to get into. It's a good source of income, and it's different from what we've been doing so far. So that's definitely an option. All right, so yeah, still nothing here. How are things at the sawmill? All right, so we do have at least one pallet out here. Let's take a look and see. All right, so we have a planks long as well. Okay, so we could take the planks and the planks long and sell them while we hope and pray for additional contracts to come up. Let's take a look and see. So planks, yeah, not a great price, but not super horrible. I don't know what this Alma Logistics is. I don't know what that is. Huh. There must be I don't know what that is. It's that way. Something over this way. Supermarket, hardware store, pizzeria, tailor shop, bakery. Huh. We may take a run over there and figure out what exactly that is. Because I'm a little puzzled. Methane, popcorn, ketchup. Yeah, I'm a little puzzled. I don't know if that's a buildable project you can do. Yeah, but anyways, I think we'll go ahead. Let's go ahead and load up the planks and the long planks. Take those over to sell them, and then we'll see if we get any other contracts. I'm not opposed to just advancing the month if we've got nothing else to work on, but yeah, I am hoping that more comes up that we can, we can occupy ourselves with. I assume they're going to spawn. There we go. And as always, I put the trailer in a bad spot, but I think we'll be okay here. I definitely want to do some landscaping and terraforming around here. This is, it looks awful, and it is difficult to do everything because the ground's so uneven, but we'll take care of that here at some point over the winter. Straps. All right, let me just double check and make sure that we do want to be selling. Yeah, Grain Elevator Museum is our best bet. We might drive by that, I think I still have it tagged, that logistics, Alma Logistics, and see what that is after we drop these off. It looked like it was something you could buy there instead of something that would be a selling point. Good thing I looked. Oh, it might be right on the railroad tracks. I don't know. We'll see what it is. A little too low to see the see how the white's doing, but he's 17% of the way along, so that's good. Let's go over and check this out. So we've not been back here at all. Let me turn on the trigger points. Okay, so looks like this is just a shop where you can buy different materials. Okay, so yeah, if there were projects or things like that, you could purchase them there. This is a cafe. I probably should have done more investigating here. So here's the hardware store. It looks like this is just for dropping off. And we've got the supermarket, so that's another sell point. Oh, okay. All right, well, that's good to know. Oh, what? Let's see, what are these? These must be productions. I'm not sure which ones these are. Let's look at the map. Yeah, so the tailor shop and the pizzeria. Okay. Yeah, this buying point doesn't show up here at all on the map. Do I not have everything turned on? Oh. Huh. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, that was enabled. I had to turn it off and back on. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. Shop was here all along? Huh. Oh, man. So, okay. How does this really affect us? Well, is there a workshop trigger? There is. Oh my god. Oh my god, we did all that work getting the workshop at our yard, and we could have done this right here. I guess that's the disadvantage to having those markers turned off, is you don't discover things like that. But it was so weird that it wasn't on the map. All right, so I'm an idiot. But that's good that we can take things here now to sell to get that little bit of extra bonus when selling things. All right, well, lesson learned. I never thought that wouldn't show up on the map by default, and you'd have to disable and re-enable that to get that to work. But okay, I'm shook. All right, let's go ahead and drop these off, and then we can go ahead and pick up where we left off. Right here, before we go any further, I want to go ahead and add this to our AutoDrive network. So I'll go ahead and bring up the AutoDrive. We're going to turn on the visibility to the network, and then we will go ahead. We've already got a path through here. One way. Is it going the direction I want it to go, though? No, it looks like it is not. This is sort of the, it goes around the other way. I don't really care for that. I'm going to have this be the entrance and go around the other way. No real reason, but we'll go ahead and have this be the in. So I'm going to go ahead and create a turn in from coming in this direction. One from this direction as well, although I think we'll never use it. And then this this little point right here, we don't, well, maybe we will need it. We can also grab one from here into here, so that we can come, yeah, from this direction and up and in. Okay, I think that works fine. So now the only problem we have is that this path that we're on right now is headed the wrong direction. But we can change that if we go ahead and start. This is an intersection, so we can go ahead and click here. This will make it a two-way. And then if I can't see the points because they're not above the tractor, but so if I go ahead and select this again, now we can make it one way going in this direction. Okay, so now, and I know that's probably impossible for you guys to see, but now that the one way goes around in the direction we're pointing. So let's go ahead and we will drive around. And because I have the triggers turned on, I'll be able to see exactly where the drop-off point is. Okay, it's a little bit off here to the side. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and record a new bit of path here. So I'll click record. So we're now recording a one-way path. All right, I'm going to pull forward just a little bit more. And then we'll go ahead and name this location. This will be the Grain Elevator Museum. And I think that this is the only thing that you can do around here, but we'll call it sell point, just in case there are other things. Just sell. Okay. And then we will go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and change the setting so I can see these things above the road. I was going to try to leave it off, but so if we go into user settings above tractor, and I'll scale up the thickness of these lines just so that you guys can see them when I have this turned on. Okay. And then we'll just go ahead and link this up here. We don't need these, so I'll delete these. And actually I need to have a intersection here, so we'll go ahead and reverse the direction on this. So that's making it a two-way road. Now it's a one-way road in the direction we want. All right, and I'll turn off recording because I don't want to keep recording. So next time we have something to sell, if we want to, we can just send an AI worker down here to do it. I do want to take a look though and make sure there's nothing else in this area. No other sell point or dropped off. I assume that there are collectibles on the map. I've not looked for them, although it's not expressly in the rules. We can't collect any money from collectibles, so if I accidentally get one, I don't know if the collectibles are rebuilding this museum or something else, but if I accidentally pick one up, I'll definitely just delete out the money using the easy development controls or whatever that's called. All right, the last bit here we need to do is we need to go ahead and link this back up to the network so that we can, if we do drop something off here, it has a chance to get back to the network. Sometimes if you have a destination on sort of like a dead-end path, it won't go there even though it can get to the destination. I don't know if that's been patched out or not, but that used to be a problem. All right, so we've dropped this off. We've got a little bit of extra money. Let's pull over here real quick, get out of the traffic, turn off the annoying lines, and see if we've gotten any other contracts. Still nothing. All right. Let's go ahead and send him back to the yard. I'm going to go ahead and have AutoDrive drive him back, and then we'll check on the white. So 39% of the way done here, making good progress. Looks great. All right, coming up on the railroad tracks now. I'll be turning off that white arrow as well. In case you can't tell, I don't like the things that kind of pull you out of the immersion. And that this arrow definitely does that. So maybe while it's driving, I'll go ahead and flip that setting here real quick. So I imagine it would be here under user. I would expect it would be here. I'm not seeing it though. Maybe under settings. I do want to turn off this auto connect, so we'll do that while we're here. I also want to slow down the cornering speed. It took that corner a little fast. Oh, I know it's here. I gotta just be missing it. Show next path. It's right there in front of me. All right, cool. We'll go ahead and apply those changes. Arrow is gone. We're headed back here. We'll get first person view, see how this is, but hopefully this will be no more of me running into trees as we go through here, although definitely is a risk with different size tractors on the same path. So all right, excellent. So we are back here at the home base. I'll be setting up parking spaces for all the equipment so that we can, instead of having it sit here on the path, it'll actually pull over into a designated spot. But that can wait for now. Let's take a look at mowers, because maybe if we're not going to get contracts, we should just go ahead and buy that land and get a mower set up. So let's come down here and take a look at mowers. So initially we'll probably be looking just for either a side mower or a front mower. So maybe, I think I prefer, let's see, this is a 3.9 meter, this is 3.4 meter. I think it's a little easier to mow with the front mowers. I would love to get a setup like this where we've got both the back and the front. That would be 180 combined. What are we up to here? Is 150. It might struggle with both of those. Might be okay. I'm not sure. We could definitely go with the front. So either of these. So this is 3.1, 3.4. Definitely worth the extra 500 to get this one. Let's see. This is sort of a tow behind that opens up. I've never used this one, but it's quite a bit more expensive. This one I have used. I think it's intended to be a tow behind. There was something I didn't like about it, but I don't remember what. And then these are, the back parts that go, you can pair with these. And obviously the Big M, way out of our price range. Yeah, one of these might not be bad. So we're at 132 after that sale. So yeah, maybe it makes sense to go ahead and buy one of these bigger fields. What was this one? This one was 129. I mean, as soon as that plowing contract ends, we'll collect a bit of cash. So we can't buy this and the mower. This field we could buy right away, but it is so small. 44,000 per hectare. Yeah, this is cheaper in terms of the amount of land you get. Yeah, that's pricier. Yeah, I mean, I think just due to proximity to our operation, this one would probably be better. And there's this land that's very expensive and it doesn't have any buildings on it. So I think that's probably something we won't be buying at all. But yeah, this is probably the one that tempts me the most. Yeah, but we need to see. So the contract we've got here, this will be 15,000. So once that's done, yeah, we should be able to afford the mower and the land. But we've got to wait for that to finish up. Yeah, I think that's probably an okay plan. Really hoping something else comes up here though. I might go ahead and advance to 9 o'clock just to see if we do get anything else. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and speed up time here, get to 9 o'clock. We'll see if anything comes up in the sale, and also if we get any new contracts. Take it back down. So let's start by looking at the contracts, or let's do sale. I hit the wrong button. So down here, yeah, I don't think we got anything. So I think all the slots were filled. So we'll get something next hour. There's a tipper trailer, a forage wagon. Yeah, we'll need to figure out how we're gonna. I mean, we've got the baler, so we can pick up the grass by baling it. We don't have any way aside from our log forks to transport. I guess we could probably load it into the log trailer. Yeah, we'll probably though want to get either a tedder or a bale wrapper if we're going to do silage. I don't have anything that does a fermenting silo. I don't have any of those mods here, so let's check and see. All right, so we do have another plowing contract has come up. that one down here in the corner. So that'll be good. When he's done with the one he's working on now, we can send him over and he can work on that. Still keeping my fingers crossed for some, kind of cultivating contracts. Yeah, let's go ahead and accept that contract. Oh, okay, good. We got a cultivating contract now. All right, so yeah, that helps. So I'm going to accept this plowing contract, and I'm going to accept the cultivating contract. I can get started on the cultivating contract. Yeah, this is kind of big. This is kind of big for using that little tiny cultivator. So we've got the second plow. I could get this started with a smaller plow on the JCB, and then I could take the white and do the cultivation here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, get the smaller plow, take it down, get a worker started on that field, and then when the white is done with plowing the larger field, we'll switch over to cultivator and start working that cultivating contract rather. Yeah, I do want to get another tractor very soon. Our whole strategy here early on is basically not passing up any contracts that we can do. So if we've got the equipment, we can take on large contracts, throw multiple tractors or multiple implements on the field at once, get through it quickly and move on. Yeah, unfortunately, this is just a bad month to invest, and I think I was hoping for more contracts to pop up, but it looks like it's just not going to happen. The white is on the headlands for sure. Looks like it's the second headland now. All right, with that one wrapped up, we'll go ahead and collect that. I'm thinking maybe since the AI worker's only, you know, 2/3 of the way, not even 2/3 of the way through that field, maybe we'll go down and help them real quick. Maybe knock out the headlands while they work on the up and downs. And then we can go ahead and switch to the cultivating job after that then. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We would probably hit the at least the outermost headland while they finish up on the up and downs, and then they can get the contract worker started on the cultivating contract. Let's take a quick look. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and take the money for this one. Takes us up to 145. We go ahead and accept this one as well. Yeah, I think that'll work out well. So let's go ahead and head on down to that field, and then we'll do the headlands while they finish the up and downs. So the JCB is running low on gas, so I'm going to go ahead and send him over to the shop, which is not too far from the gas. In the meantime, for the white, we'll go ahead and switch over from the plow to the cultivator. Take a look. All right, so let's collect for this. So we've got two cultivating. The one right next to us here is the smaller. Let's go ahead actually and get him started on the big one. So these are harvested green beans. Okay, I was a little confused by what was going on here. I thought that was a new crop coming up. All right, so I am going to go ahead and use Courseplay on this one. All right, and then we'll double check our settings. So 8.4, one tool, 6 headlands is overkill for this implement. We'll just do 3, start in the center. Everything else should still be the same. Let's go ahead and generate that course. All right, and then we can go ahead and get started on this. While I go and refuel the JCB. I still cannot believe that shop was here the whole time. Unbelievable. Squeeze through here, I think. Whoa. All right. Jeez. That was my fault. All right, now can I reconnect without flipping myself back over is the question. Yeah, all right. You can see why I didn't want to wait. Those trains take forever to go by. All right. Let's fill up and then we'll go ahead and send him back to the yard. Actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and record a destination or set up the destination so that in the future we can get the gas automatically. So I'll bring up the there we go. All right, so yeah, we're gonna need to make something here from scratch. Excuse me, buddy. All right, and then we can move. When you move, you hold down the left mouse button and then just drag the point where you want it. And then we will go ahead and I'll do a one-way recording here. And we'll call this gas. Okay. I don't know when we'll ever be buying the propane, but hopefully this will work. We may need to adjust this for different size vehicles, but I think for now that'll be fine. All right, turn off the recording, and let's see if it'll if it can get back to the shop from here. Oop, didn't mean to record, meant to go. Yep. All right, so it should be fine getting back to the shop on its own. All right, and then this is moving right along here with our cultivating contract. Excellent. So we have 151,000. Let's take a look at the map. I think that this field 2 is the one we want. Let's make sure it hasn't been mowed. Yeah, it's still ready to harvest. So yeah, let's go ahead. let's go ahead and buy this. So that'll be 129. That should leave us 21,000, enough to pay the salaries, and then I think we can go ahead and buy the mower as well. Let's visit it first, just to make sure. Yeah, this looks like makes sense. Looks like it's fairly hilly. Let's actually look. I don't want to open the build menu. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, it is. It runs down here into this ditch. So, yep, pretty hilly. So it's probably best that we not go too crazy with the horsepower requirements. We want something that JCB can handle pretty easily. But yeah, this looks like this should be a great crop for us. Finally doing some field work for ourselves. So yeah, let's go ahead and buy it. All right, so we've now got another field, our first actual field, and it is ready to harvest. So let's go ahead and take a look here. All right, so we got another log trailer. Do not need that. So let's go up and make a decision here on our mowers. So we got 21. So I think this is the only one that really makes sense. We could afford this, but it's one of those ones that go off to the side, and I don't really care for those. Plus, when we if we continue doing grass work and alfalfa, then I think the next logical thing would be to buy this. So it doesn't make sense, I think, to have this. I think this could probably go on the front as well as the back. But this back mower and this front mower are intended to be kind of like a pair to give you full width. So it doesn't make sense to buy this and then switch to these later on. So we'll go ahead and just buy the front mower for now. I really shouldn't have had the JCB drive back to the yard. I guess I had to drop off the plow, but we'll have to head right back out to pick up the mower. And I'm really hoping that this is how you deal with alfalfa, that you just mow it with a regular mower. If not, this is going to be another embarrassing lesson learned. Okay, so let's hop here. Oh, I sent him to the shop accidentally. Perfect. Unbelievable. I meant to send him back to the yard, but instead he drove here to the shop. So happy accident. I meant to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the mower. We'll definitely need the weight on the back. And now we can go ahead and head off to the yard. Off these irritating lines, and we can enjoy this driving down the street, taking out pedestrians with that plow. I look like some kind of weird monster. The tail and the arms. Oh, and this is gonna get caught. Yikes. One more disadvantage of those wide turns is, yeah, you can get caught on stuff when you're dragging something like this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let him drive back. Let's check in with the cultivating contract. All right, really just getting started here still. 12% done, but no issues so far. All right, excellent. like a dropping idiot. Alright, cool. So I think I will leave the arms. Oh my god. I just went through this. Tell me. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna put down the arms here. We'll go ahead and leave those. Leave those here. I can't think of any reason I would need them. Alright. And then let's grab the weight before I forget. And hopefully this is enough to offset the weight. Yeah, I think we'll be okay with this. All right, we're going to go ahead and call it quits for the episode here, I think. Next up, we'll be driving to the new field, trying out the mower and seeing what we want to do with it. I don't know if we'll try to do hay or silage or just sell the alfalfa. We'll figure that out next episode, but thank you very much for watching. Please like if you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave a comment. Thanks a lot. See you next time.